The Summoner's Rift.
Their death awaits.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
I think I moved chat. Don't know where my chat is right now. Okay. We can invisible this. We don't need that. We can do this.
Minions have spawned.
Hello. Okay, chat's over there. That looks fine. Oh wait, no, it's literally on top of... right there.
Errant words may fell empires.
Against Pantheon, I actually like to... oh, that's unfortunate. That's fine. I like to get level 2. Because if he... the wave state becomes kind of fucked. If he gets level 2, like here, I can kind of trade back, or am I dead? Okay, I mean, he literally just auto-attacked me to death.
Remember your name and shout it to the heavens.
He just missed his Q and just auto me to death. So cringe. Wait, if I can stop his base... oh, I can't. It's fine, he's missing so much.
Some things must remain buried.
Oh, that might just be fucked it. I should probably die for the wave.
Slain.
Do not try my patience.
You want to test the theory of you can't beat a Warwick regardless of who it is? I mean, it can do.
It is never ending. Between life and death lies immortality. Eons pass like days.
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
The sky is not but dying stars. There will be nothing.
I feel like that's just not worth it. Oh. Doing.
Some spirits are fated to burn.
Nice E again.
Shut down.
Have no cooldown on E or what?
An enemy has been slain.
Need to push.
Errant there, for grace I go.
Yeah, honestly, I literally eat the wave and immediately walk there.
I walk.
I'm definitely not losing Q stacks. I have 108 in 10 minutes against Pantheon. If you max Q, you get 0.
Burdens sleep best in the tombs.
Overall, I mean, 90% of matchups are like this.
Remain buried.
There are some matchups where you can max Q, and in those matchups I max Q. But 90% of the time, it's gonna look like this. Also, this guy can die if he doesn't respect me right now.
Do
If not, I just drag the wave. Okay.
An ally has been slain.
It is never ending. Death,
Your turret has been destroyed.
mistress. Between life and death.
That champ is so ridiculous. I thought he was gonna ult Drake, to be honest. They got Drake anyway. Nice. I think he can kill this actually. Oh, not quite. So close.
Enemy has been slain.
Kill this. Gwen.
Double kill.
Gwen, look. Gwen. 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 It's hot. Gwen. Gwen. Gwen.
This too must end.
Oh, why is there an MF here? Question is, who else is here if MF is here?
For centuries, I have watched.
Turret plating will soon fall.
That doesn't look good.
Shurima was meant to fall.
Well, this really doesn't look good, does it? I can't. I guess Gwen can ult the wave, maybe? Oh, she doesn't have ult. I think we just lose mid tower.
The past is a tapestry of what lies ahead.
Your turret has been destroyed.
I mean, yeah, you can't expect to just farm to, like, our entire team is dead and off the map.
No dawn comes without darkness.
Stand up. Face me again.
Their death. Shurima is not of this time.
Surely not, Gwen. Surely not. What are they doing?
For grace I go. I walk through the ages.
Fucking idiot. What did he just do? What did he just do?
Some things must remain buried.
Gwen is not there. Okay. MF Flash, we should have control of this now. The fuck? Really? That worked.
Aced. An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Your turret has been destroyed. slain.
Okay, he's dead again.
Enemy double kill.
I think this one is a little bit doomed. Like, they're kind of just dead on repeat.
Is not
I have no idea how that hit me, honestly. Oh well, I played bad this game. The first game of the day. I haven't played yet today.
centuries.
Oh, this is doomed.
Мороз меня.
An enemy is dominating. Your turret has been destroyed.
Every day.
Has destroyed a turret.
No dawn comes without darkness.
I thought the game was going to end. I went to get a drink.
Your spirit is hollow. Their death awaits.
Okay.
Sharifa is not of this time.
Gwen recalled. I guess we just give them so.
Words leave empires.
Your turret has been destroyed.
There, for grace I go.
Oops, my finger slipped.
You got an idea? Sure. What idea? I'll play some more after. But what do you want to do? What are you thinking? I haven't tested the breakpoints of 3.E. I don't know at what point it stops clearing, because it will stop clearing the wave. I mean, I would normally just go like this, and then, yeah, this. I mean, we can try, this is practice tool. I'll show you how I would play it, I guess.
The cycle of life and death continues. We will live, they will die. The past
Hello.
is a tapestry of what lies ahead.
EP Ghost Tempo, okay. I think that's pretty... I think a lot of the time I see Barrier. I've seen some TP Ghost as well, but it doesn't really matter, because no matter what you do, I can't really do much.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
In life and death lies immortality.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Why is my mouse not locking to my screen? There we go. I'm going to my other monitor.
Minions
Oh, you have a cull? I feel like cull might be a little too greedy. I might actually be able to play if you have cull.
Perhaps Shurima was meant to fall. No dawn comes without darkness. Pass like days.
No, I haven't seen that.
Some things must remain buried.
Didn't want to hit the minion.
I walk through the ages.
We made it. We made it to 435.
Some spirits are fated to burn. For centuries, I have watched.
Okay, now I win. It's insane how hard this matchup is, man. I have to wait for you to do something very silly, like you throw a minion and miss E. But now I can play, like, now I'll show you now, if I come back, you'll see that, like, it's completely playable for me now. But up until this point, it's so miserable. But at least, like, if the Warwick hints, which can happen, you can play. But outside of that, it's completely doomed. Is rushing Grievous Wounds with Amplifying Term impossible? That's literally what I did. Or do you mean Amplifying Term instead of D-Ring? You'll run out of mana if you don't go D-Ring.
The past is a tapestry of what
Okay, I guess it's still not playable. How cringe is that, champ? Yeah, I mean, it's just... you just can't play the game into it. I literally have Grievous Wounds and Sheen, and it's still hard losing while you're in my minion wave. I mean, that's... it's not about the attack speed, it's the fact that you literally don't take damage through Grievous Wounds. So, I mean, you're fighting me in my minion wave. No, like, your passive just heals your entire health bar at every point in the game. Champ's just disgusting. Yeah, the champ is literally invincible unless you can do 25% of his health in, like, in a burst. But Nasus can't, so he can never kill Warwick. Because if you can't burst him from 25% to 0, then he just permanently heals. You just dodge.
I won't hurt you. I promise.
Why hold ult? In case he long queued trying to kill me and queued into tower. But like, whether I ult or not, same thing's gonna happen. Binged. Well, I guess it's Q-Max time. I don't have a good rune to go against Singed. Actually, no, I'm gonna do some tech. I'm gonna play Emax Q farm. This is like something that I've been doing a lot recently into tank matchups instead of Qmax, where I end up with almost as many stacks as you would as Qmax, but you're still maxing E, so you're still more useful. I think I did it against the Scion to show that like it's just not true that Emax gets massively less stacks as if Emax plays for stacks. Because putting points in Q doesn't make it give more stacks. It just lowers the cooldown a bit. But you don't need to Q stack the entire wave in 3 seconds. You can Q stack the entire wave over the entire 30-second duration, and you still get all the stacks.
They will die.
I don't think it would do anything. I don't know, I think I do. I think WMAX is just bad. No, because Emax doesn't just bring E damage on him, it brings E damage on the wave, which is really important for actually getting something out of lane. Like, I could probably max W and never die, but I'm not gonna kill any minions the whole game. Predator, wait, is he going mid? Oh, if the Yone goes top, I'm gonna be so miserable. This matchup is just so unfun. I don't know what it is about Yone. Like, when you wither Yasuo, Yasuo can't play the game. But when you wither Yone, he doesn't give a shit. I really don't understand why. Because the champions are basically the same. But for some reason, Yone just doesn't care. But Yasuo does. QCD doesn't lower with W? Why not? Doesn't the QCD scale up attack speed? Yeah, yes, E dash speed as well.
Their death awaits.
Interesting.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Perhaps Shurima was meant to fall.
This is definitely a walk into lane with my creeps game.
30 seconds until
Don't want to let him proxy. The only way he could have gone around here, maybe? Well, Bard's kind of fucked, actually. He might need to flash. He doesn't have E either. Good tornado. Yeah, Bard has to flash. But he's probably just dead anyway. Cool.
Minions have spawned.
Okay, he's not here.
Burdens sleep best in their tombs.
Don't know where he is, but he's not here. Okay. I'm fine to leash in this matchup as long as he doesn't proxy.
Life is part of a cycle. Yours is over.
I guess he leashed too. What do you do against champ that pulled the wave? I E the wave. And then it resets the wave.
Shurima is not of this time. Try my patience.
And this wave is a bit too big.
Ally has been slain.
Do that. Nice, perfect. I read the first bit of that message. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I will read more when I'm less laning.
Between life and death lies immortality.
I cancelled my auto. It's really sad. But the main thing is that I kept the wave where I wanted it. And that guy's kind of running it. Yeah, this is really good for me. Oh shit!
Double kill.
The 2-month member! Let's go! Okay. I just wanted to let you know that your drafting guide was really helpful to me and my team ever since I joined the collegiate team in your local college. Awesome! I'm glad I helped. Why am I cancelling so many autos today? It's like I can't figure out how to play the game. But I completely destroyed the cinch with wave control there. Like, this guy is so fucked. Yeah.
Bear for grace.
Because if I get level 5, he can never really do anything again. Okay, just a 4. Ideally, I don't get flipped. Cool. Right, I'm gonna E this and then do the cannon. Reset it to neutral. Ah, not quite neutral. Unlucky. But it's fine. I'm level 5 now. I don't even need to TP reset yet. I can take another wave. The best thing about being level 5 on Nasus, I'll show you in a sec. So this wave's gonna come here. This time I will reset to neutral, so watch. I E this, and these are gonna die because I'm level... Oh wait, no, I don't have my Dark Seal yet. I haven't based. Bonk. Bonk.
Your soul
Bonk.
will be measured.
Yeah, if he just pushes it anyway, it doesn't matter.
Shut down. Enemy killing spree.
Eons pass like days.
I thought he was gonna hit 6, but I didn't all in him.
For centuries.
You see how the fact that my Q is a long cooldown doesn't matter for getting stacks here? Like, I'm just doing it slowly, but I'm still getting just as many stacks.
This too
Trying to break the freeze, but I'm just not gonna allow that.
the sky is
An
not
ally has been slain.
return to the dust.
So yeah, right now I'm basically Q-max Nessus. Like, I'm stacking as if I'm Q-max. I'm getting a ton of stacks. But I have Emax, so my trades with him have been really good, and my wave control is much, much better. Like right now, he wants to walk up and reset this. Did he ult? He did ult. And he no, he just predated. He didn't ult. Yeah, you see how, like, he can't really do much because my E damage is too strong? There's a Talon.
Death awaits.
He came to lane, basically died.
An ally has been slain.
Went to base. Now I get Sheen. I'm 70 CS to 37 right now.
Shurima was meant to fall.
About spellbook into Warwick? Yeah, I mean, I think phase rush is kind of necessary. Otherwise, you can just die. Can I ever make it back in time to drag this? No, Sedge.
It is never ending.
Oh, that's so lucky. But the main thing is I stopped his proxy. I got his ghost as well, and his ult.
An enemy has
Oh, nice. Denying this wave. Oops.
Shurima
I'm probably denying
out of this.
the next one too. Oh, hello.
Do not. Between life and death lies immortality.
Where's Yone? Oh, he's there. Oh no, she walked in.
No dawn comes without darkness.
slain an enemy.
Eternity is beyond your reach.
Yeah, you can take this wave for a better base. Does it change my base actually? Maybe not. No, it does because I haven't got thingy yet. This. I'm missing mana and haste. Why I was the entire time is because I didn't have buckler. I've been severely neglecting my mana crystal. I've been building wrong and being punished for it. Holy shit, that damage, what the fuck? I'd imagine he wants to proxy right now. He didn't proxy. So he's roaming without the way? Yeah, he's just... Okay. Need to trade. They're getting a lot in mid, so I need to trade in top. Oh, Ashara missed. Looks walked in and died for no reason. At least she killed Talon.
Enemy double kill. An enemy has been slain.
For centuries, I have watched.
Your turret has been destroyed. An ally has been slain.
Why is no one bot? I feel like we didn't need everyone, and also she somehow died while defending Victor. Did I play? 700 gold for Trinity Force. Janet's dead. Trying to get this turret. If I wait for this debuff to drop off before I Q, cool. I'll do more damage.
Some things must remain.
Deny the cannon as well.
Enemy rampage.
There you go.
Your team has destroyed.
Alright, let's Triforce.
Turret will fall soon.
Okay, he has demonic,
Their death awaits.
but I'm fine. Okay, use Predator. You had to make a Lux top build, what would it look like? Good question. Probably Leandri.
An ally has been slain.
Generally when I play Mage Top I play Airy.
In their tombs.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Shurima is not of this time.
My Lux has 7 deaths in 15 minutes. Holy shit.
Try my
It's gonna be resolved a lot of the time. You're gonna need it in top lane. Yeah, bone plating. You could go Revitalize on Lux, since she has the W shield, maybe. But Overgrowth might just work out better. You might just get more HP from the HP than the shield. I mean, if I'm not gonna lie, if I can just keep fighting him here so that he's here and not somewhere else, I'm happy. Like, he should be trying to roam around the map doing stuff, but I'm too far ahead for him to do that. Okay, he ulted. You're fast, Singed, but I'm faster.
No dawn comes without darkness.
I'm not gonna lie, I actually don't think Talon can kill me.
Shut down.
I really don't think he has the damage to kill me. He's 0-4. Like,
I go.
yeah, he's ignoring me. He's going elsewhere. This is pretty greedy by me, but I'm trying to get this so that I can buy a Frozen Heart on this base. See, I've got just enough gold now. That's why I stayed for that wave. I can TP here. Can I have a ward? Anywhere? Oh, okay. I guess I'll just come through this. Oh. Got one now.
For centuries,
I think
I've watched.
they're gonna go that way anyway. I'll go bot. Like, we traded top tower for Drake, but it's had soul point, so, you know, I'm always gonna give up my tower for that. I notice how it's 20 minutes, I have 300 stacks, and I have 1 point in queue.
Stars.
And I absolutely melt towers. Oh!
He has destroyed a turret.
Oh, unlucky. Thank you. I was going for that minion anyway. Okay, that was certainly one of the Singed ults of all time. He now just has to ult for no reason.
Perhaps Shurima was meant for
Rel top. Interesting.
it is never ending.
Okay, Talon is bot for some reason. No, I mean, Lux turned this game around, to be fair. She was like 0-7, now she's 10-7, so, you know. Fair play. Good job, Lux. What are you gonna do when I just farm minions in your face, bro? I'm never toxic. See, Talon is toxic and in, but not me. Oh, hi, Yoni. Aha! They really outplayed me there. It's okay. Just don't hit anything and don't care about Wither. It's fine. I hate this Yone chump. Oh, such a terrible Bardle! Oh my god! That's one of those, like... Well, I bet Talon is spam pinging the Bardle now. I can't believe we're winning with this jungler, by the way. He's actually been AFK the whole game. We just won both solo lanes so hard. Well, I guess Lux didn't win lane, but started killing people. But, like, I'd be interested to see how much damage Shyvana has done this game.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
I want to push this really deep. Oh, oh wait, Singed is squishy as fuck against them for some reason.
Legendary.
I guess Lux is just the best champ in the game. When I said I wanted to push it deep, I didn't think I'd be getting the tower. But, you know, this does fall under the category of pushing it deep, to be fair. They just didn't respond at all. So, you know. Oh, now they're responding. Haven't he? Really good Ezreal. Like, absolutely insane Ezreal right there. Flip me, bro. Go on, flip me. Well. Looks fun playing Singed into Nasus once Nasus has haste. Just perma with it. Can't deal with it. Oh, I have a Discord. Let's see.
An ally has been slain.
The past is a tapestry of what lies ahead.
Shut down.
No. No, why are we all dying? Okay, Shyvana's living.
An enemy has been slain.
This talent is 0-10.
An ally has been slain. Shut down.
Oh, Shyvana's actually getting on the damage graph now. He's playing the game.
Shut down.
Ran out of mana.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
What's the best item I can buy here? And why is it Zhonya's? I'm pretty sure it's Zhonya's. Oh wait, maybe it's Shojin because of how hard it was buffed. Maybe Shojin is better than Zhonya's last item now. And sometimes Shojin's probably better than Stoneplate too.
For centuries,
Oh, they're not on it? Yeah, Wither is an interesting spell.
their death awaits.
What is this? Oh, it's Janna passive, the new icon. Thanks for the stacks, bro. We Singe did damage to it by like dropping his poison as he flew across the map. If I just push top here, they can't respond to me and Elder. But I don't have TP, so it's kind of risky. I still think it's correct, because if they go Elder, I end. And if they don't go Elder, we get Elder. My ult just ended and I have ult in 15, so all I have to do is kite for 15 seconds and then I ult again. Hey, other Tom! What's up, dude?
An enemy has been slain.
Thanks for the Elder, guys. Oh my god, is he dead? I just Lux ult with Elder.
Your team has destroyed an enemy has been slain. Your team has destroyed an inhibitor.
I'll just buy the only completed item I can purchase, which is chains. Not that I think it matters, I'm pretty sure we've ended, but, you know. Their chains singed. Just to make him even more miserable with the Wither. Yeah, I'm gonna chains him. I went 0-15 and 6. Jungle players, man. Okay, I need to do something now for my friend. He wants to know what my all-time favorite Pokemon team would be. So I need to build that. So, and then we'll probably go into draft reviews. Of Weibo, I guess. So, Pokemon Game Builder. Yeah, I've been experimenting in QMax matchups playing Emax anyway, and just like focusing on farming Q but still maxing E. And you end up getting roughly the same amount of stacks because you stack less because you have lower cooldown, but your wave control's better because you have Emax. And then Emax is just better in team fights, so that's why I went airy. But also, like, you just do a lot of damage to them in lane. Right, I guess, does this have all of them? No, it doesn't. Let's try this, I guess. So who makes the list? Well, 100% Flygon makes the list because he's my favorite Pokemon. So there's one. Maybe I should do my favorite from each generation. I don't know. Am I a competitive Pokemon player? I was, like, way back when, in, like, Gen 4. But not anymore. Do any Gen 1 Pokemons make my favorite list of all time? I don't think so. Um, Probably because she's kind of weak in support, like her lane phase is pretty bad, but I think Morgana Jungle is really solid, and that should be played. I really like Mega Houndoom. That is, like, for sure on my list. Um, yeah, she obliterates Vi. Yeah, of course, ask away. Ask as many questions as you want. I just hope that my answers are satisfactory. Why is the sea blue? I believe it reflects the color of the sky. Because water is clear, right? But sky is blue. I'm not sure if any other Gen 3s make the list. Gen 4, there's going to be something for sure. Like, I really like Vespiquen, but I don't know if it makes the list. I'm a big Vespiquen enjoyer. I think it might. I think I've used Vespiquen in literally every playthrough of Gen 4. Yeah, you kinda got the idea in regards to Tristana on B1. She can flex, engage, disengage. She also has really high range late game, so she scales into a range pick as well. So she can play in pretty much any comp. And she's also a flex pick between two different roles. I think Driftblim is an honorable mention. I like Driftblim a lot. I didn't play too much Gen 5, but I did play Gen 5. I didn't play Gen 6 or 7. Yeah, true. She can also flex into top lane. That is true. It's very matchup dependent in top lane, but she can do it. Pretty sure none of these are going to make the list. I'm not really a big Gen 7 enjoyer. How do late game carry ADC like Jinx, Aphelios, Kog'Maw fit into draft themes? Jinx is kind of between disengage and range, but mostly like range. Same for Kog'Maw. And then Aphelios is pretty much pure disengage. Like, he has no ways of going forward. He has no ways of hitting people that are vastly outranging him. But if the enemy have to run into Aphelios, then he's happy. So he wants to be in a disengage comp. Aphelios is very similar to Xayah in that regard. I don't think there was anything in Sword and Shield that I was like, oh fuck yeah, I vibe with this. Wait, Corviknight. I do like Corviknight. He's cool. And then Scarlet and Violet. I like this thing, Pinkerton. I think it looks so cool. It's like Poppy. Alright, let's go back to the top. We'll look through. Nothing so far. I mean, I like Crowbar a lot. I don't know whether it would go in though. Oh wait, why do I not have Empoleon? I love Empoleon. I started on well, I guess technically Gen 3, but like with the Fire Red Leaf Green remakes. Then I played Gen 4, and then the Heart Gold Soul Silver, and then Gen 5. And then I stopped playing until Gen 8 and 9. Yes, I remember my favorite Pokemon from Sword and Shield. Where is he? Not Paldia. Yeah. Give me that Grimmsnarl. Hell yeah. Grimmsnarl is so cool. I love the way he plays in VGC as well. What's a good engage pick into a Xerath mid? He just pokes you from a mile away and he's basically infinite mana. So there's like Irelia, Yone. He struggles really hard against these things. Yasuo, if you have jungle set up, can go Vex. You can play like Vex Jarvan. Just things that like to jump on his head. Who gets the final spot for me? That's the question. Yeah, you could pick Kassadin into Xerath as well. Hmm. What is this? What? What are these? What are these versions of Dialga and Palkia? Are they from Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl and I've just not seen them or something? Because I haven't played Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. Yeah, J4 is really, really good into Xerath. Oh, I do like Hippowdon. I played a lot of sand teams with Hippowdon as my sand creator, and like Tyranitar as well. And then like Garchomp, Skarmory in there. I like Aggron as well. Um, I mean Ari is a primarily Ari's a pick champ. He needs to get things done early. Yeah, I mean she does less damage than pretty much every other mid lane champ, but if you have damage elsewhere in your draft, then you can play Ari. She's like a utility mid. Can't decide on the fifth one. Or the sixth one, sorry. Maybe Weavile. I do like Weavile a lot. I forgot about this Pokemon. I mean, there's like RETF, Lysandra, I guess. That's what jumps to mind. Alright, I'll go with this. Oops. Why am I Googling Soul Beauty I tried to open Sublime Text. What? Sublime Text. Thank you. This is my... something completely different. Okay, this is the format that I'm going to use. This is going to be Weibo Gaming versus TES. Here we go, we're back. Let's set this up. LPL Regional Finals 2023. Worlds. Change my title to World Team Draft Review. Weibo Gaming. Yep. Right. So we got Weibo versus Top. There's going to be 5 games. What the? How did I end up here? Alright. What do you think is the best drafting team in Worlds? Maybe... I don't know. I will know by the time I've done this video series. I'll have a very definitive answer. But my suspicion is that it's either going to be Damwon or LNG. That's my suspicion. Let me turn this off. And then hey look, it's me! Mom, I'm on TV! Let's put this here, and then I can figure out where I want this. So like this can go here maybe. And then the chat, you guys can go... This isn't chat. Chat, you guys can go like here. Mom, get the camera. Alright, that looks good. Let's actually line these up. Hey, surely top esports won't be engaged looking at those bands. Let's see. Okay, so let's make sure we've got everything in order. What the fuck? Alright, I guess this is... So I fill this in as... this. There you go. Get rid of that. I just want to make sure that I've got everything ready to do this video. Because, like, this is gonna be the video. So everyone that's here, you're gonna be in the video. Like, just like last time. Because the past two videos, I mean, I'm gonna be doing one for all of them. Like these two, if you are here, you're in the video. Okay, there you go. Oh look, it's Tom again. Tom's in the video. But this time I've actually put the chat up here so it doesn't overlap with the stuff. Let's see. Oh look, Dutch was here. Ooh. Okay. So, jumping into Top Esports versus Weibo Game 1. This is from the LPL Regional Finals. So this is basically the gauntlet. Whoever won this match got to Worlds, and then whoever won this match got to Worlds. But we're at the bottom of the losers bracket right now with Weibo against Top Esports. Obviously, we know they went to Worlds, so we know they're going to win these matches. Whoa, my chat's going so high up. Okay, let me fix this really quick. Nope, that's not the chat. That's my entire screen. Let's not move that. Let's just drop you guys down a bit, and then it should... Maybe if I drop you down to like here, then it will make sure that it doesn't overflow off the screen. We don't want that. Okay, so last series and all the other series, I can kind of delete these now. I don't need these notes anymore. But you can see the format that I like to use. We've been talking about all of these champs because this is once again on patch 13.15 as far as I can tell. Does it say anywhere? Oh, 13.30? Surely not. Was it 13.13? Was that what we were on for the other ones? Okay, yeah, this was 13.13. Okay, fair enough. For some reason I had 13.15 in my head. We're on patch 13.13. I did? Oh yeah, I did. Turns out I'm a fool. But me being a fool aside, how is this happening? Wait, stop! Why am I teleporting to the bottom of my spreadsheet? Okay, so yeah, format-wise, we have these picks. I'm going to delete whether they're open or banned or whatever because that's probably not going to be true. But we can go through them and talk about... These are all of what I think were like the biggest picks on this patch in 13.13. So number 1, Kai'Sa, we can see that this is red band. The Static Shiv LeBlanc is also red band. Tristana is open, which is like crazy because I think Tristana is the best, as is Jace. Maokai is also open. Azir is also open. Nico is also open. Ivern is blue band. And then Isante Rel are open. So, if we jump firstly into blue... Well, I think red bands are easy to talk about. Red bands. Wait, no, we're only talking about red bands, right? Yeah. Because I forgot my own format for a moment. Okay, I'm reviewing Weibo. So what Top Esports do that's their own thing. We're going to look at how Weibo draft and how they respond to what top esports do. So, red bans. We get Kai'Sa. This is like correct. Like I think it's just there's not much more to say other than that a Kai'Sa ban is correct. We get LeBlanc. I think this one's fine. Static LeBlanc was hated. I think it was a bit fake. As in, by a bit fake, what I mean by that is that I don't think that Static LeBlanc was nearly as good as people gave it credit for, but they did dislike playing against it. I think part of the problem was that it popped up so quick that people weren't used to playing against it, and as they got more used to playing against it, it would have been less problematic. LeBlanc sacrifices a lot of damage to rush a Static Shiv. And then the Jax ban, the problem is that this ban isn't Trist. Trist B1 is turbo broken. So, like, this ban is a problem purely because of Tristana not being banned. Azir with Xerath being open doesn't seem that problematic. So one thing that we have to bear in mind is that 1313 didn't have new Xerath with the upgraded ult and the better mana regen for mid lane. I think Xerath could still be played into Azir even before his mini rework, but he's not as good. Okay, so that's the red bans. Then if we move into R1, let's see what they're picking. R1, R2. So we get Maokai B1. So immediately, like Maokai B1, is there a Silas angle on R3? Like that should be the thought process. That's what I'm thinking as we progress through this draft. Want to keep draft flexible and leave mid lane open for sure to potentially take Silas. Will I classify the best champs for Worlds? I might make a champion tier list, potentially. I don't want sound on the draft. Let's put the playback speed up. I mean, I'm probably just going to skip through. Okay, we're getting Renekton. So we get Renekton. Are we doing Renekton Sedge? I prefer Renekton Sedge. Okay, Lilia. Okay, so Renekton Lilia versus Renekton Sedge. Renekton Blind is fine. It's not. It has answers, and thematically, it's bad into Maokai. It's big comfort. I think it's just okay. Champ is kinda overtuned, but has no flex. Sedge would be better than Lilia, in my opinion, because this is the big thing. As already talked about, there's the Silas R3 angle, and then you have Sedge with double melee mid. Lilia wants AD mid. So yeah, I think the Sedge would have been better than the Lilia. But Lilia can completely take over jungle. Maybe we could Renekton mid if the matchup permits, and then still counter top. So maybe this isn't true. Maybe we changed no flex to limited flex. If Lilia gets accelerated, she can really outpace this Maokai. She can just start vacuuming up camps, So if we draft for lane prio, we can play around Lilia. Lilia allow... Yeah, also, Renekton... Okay, so thematically, we are still kind of flexible. Renekton isn't, but Lilia can do it all. Let's see what we end up with. Okay, so they go Cassante Jace. And then on R3. So Jace makes Sylas mid a lot worse. The matchup is really rough for him. This looks like an easy Tristana angle. On R3, it flexes 2 of your remaining 3 rolls. Has a solid matchup into the Jace. Is OP. And keeps or your... thing is, I'm not actually part of Weibo Gaming. Keeps your theme hidden. It doesn't reveal what theme you're drafting into. Looking at what Blue have drafted, they're still somewhat flexible as well. I'd say they're like, in terms of poke, like range, disengage, and poke, I'd say they're like 40-40-20 right now. Like, they kind of have some engage, but they're mostly range and disengage. So we're looking to either answer the range with engage, but I think they have enough disengage that we're more likely going to be trying to outrange their range. The only person... like, they have the Maokai saplings and they have the Jace poke, but we can draft things like the Tristana in bot lane. We can pick up... I don't think Jinx is as bad as people think she is. But also Kai'Sa. No, Kai'Sa's banned. But we'll have to see what TES pick, because TES are going to have to reveal their entire draft and then we get R5, right? So if we keep ourselves flexible with Trist... Are they going Lucian? Oh, cool. They grab Trist. Perfect. That's exactly what they should have picked. Yeah, that's good. Okay, second round bans. So first thing we need to think is, what are we weak against? Now, I think we're showing more engage than anything else. So we're weak against disengage. Their remaining roles are AD and support. We do have the potential to flex into range against their disengage. We also have some vacuum answers. So there's disengage champs counter us if we want to commit to engage. Otherwise, hard engage counters us, but it's pretty hard to pick that up at this point with top jungle already locked. I think the best bans would probably be 1, Braum. Unless we want to blind Braum, but actually no, Braum isn't too bad, because if they go Braum, you can pick mage support. But Melio, this is the vacuum answer to Lilia. Disengage, range, flex is exactly what DS have right now. So I think Melio would be good. Maybe Jinx. Again, disengage, range, flex. There's also Kog'Maw. There's also Zeri. There's also Karma. Naught. I don't think TES would want Naught, because Naught right now they're showing like primarily disengage or range, and Naught is neither of those things. So he doesn't push them towards what they want to do in either of the ways that they have available to them. Let me try and make a quick graphic right now. So basically, TES have drafted themselves in a way where, like, at the start, there's 3 paths you can take. There's, like, engage, disengage, and range. And they've gone, like, this. They've gone this way. So now they could still go this way, and they could still go this way, but it's very, very hard for them to double back on themselves and go this way. If that makes sense. Mal could also go support, that's true. It more than likely won't. If it does, there's the potential AP jungle engage pick. What AP jungle engage pick is there? Fiddle? They could maybe slam a Karthus and commit to their... Because the only reason I think you would move Maokai is to try and change theme and play like Callista Maokai for engage, and then like engage jungle, and then you do have an engage comp. So let's see what they ban. I would ban like Melio, Jinx, Kog'Maw, Zeri, Karma. I would probably ban Melio, Karma. They're banning Ziggs. Okay, I mean Ziggs, to be fair, Ziggs is range primarily with a sprinkle of disengage, so it works. And then Alistar, I don't know why we're banning this. Not really sure. Maybe we want Rakan on 4? I think Rakan on 4 is fine for us. We talked about what we should ban and what they did ban. Let's see what top banned so that I don't consider it in R4. Okay, they banned Rel. Oh yeah, maybe they wanted Rel as well. That's possible. So what do we want on R4? We have like a range / engage. We can go any direction. So we can still go any direction. Keeping it open until R5 would be really good. Rakan can do this to some degree. Lacks range, but can pick high range ADC. Actually, why are we even talking about support? You want ADC that... What ADC do you want? So they're showing mainly range disengage, so we want to draft between engage and range, which we have really good ways to do. So we want an ADC that can play in engage or range, or mid, or we could blind support, but I don't think blinding support is the best way to go. Now they banned Varus, so when I said ADC that can play in engage or range, immediately I was thinking Varus. I think this is a good ban from TES. Could maybe go Ashe. There's potentially Zeri, but I don't think it's too great. What do we end up going? I think I would probably pick Ashe. I think Ashe Lilia is pretty good. Okay, Aphelios. So we end up with Aphelios. This is a disengaged champ. So now we have... I think we're now very vulnerable to I was gonna say two high range bot lane picks. Zeri, like Zeri Lulu. You could go Jinx, Braum, things like this. But I think it's important for top that they do pick up something like Braum for support, so that they can, so that we can't just pick hard engage on 5. Because I think we still have the potential to go in with this draft. But it looks kind of awkward. It depends what top pick. They go Draven Naught. Holy shit. Okay. Yeah, and then... That's interesting. So on 4... I mean, I think red can win now. So TS draft is now pretty engage focused. It's also very heavy physical damage. If we draft disengage tank on 5, yeah, the best thing we can do, I think the best thing to do is draft a disengage tank that can itemize armor on 5. Braum does this very well. Let's see if they lock it. They do lock it. Okay. So they kind of, I think they ended up winning. I think they ended up winning somehow. But I think they dropped the ball on 4. Yeah, I agree, Tom. I think if they went high range on 4-5, like Zeri Lulu, or they could go Ezreal Karma, I think that would be really hard for... Like, Ezreal Karma would completely destroy Weibo. I don't think there's any way out from Ezreal Karma after the Aphelios comes in on R4, but then they pick Draven Naught, and suddenly Weibo can win. They just go for disengage with this Braum. So, how do we rate this draft? The red bands were pretty good. They left Trist open, which I think is a mistake. But overall, they were not too bad. They did potentially leave the Silas open. Jace got picked. They took... I think their 1-2 was really weird. Although, to be fair, I like... By the time R3 comes in, they shouldn't be getting Trist on R3. It shouldn't be going that far through the draft. But their 1-2-3 looks pretty solid. Their 4, I hate the Aphelios pickup, and then the Braum was good. And then the second round of bans were a bit suspect, like they could have banned a lot better. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't put Ezreal in here when I was talking about things that can flex between disengage and range. Like, Ezreal's perfect for that. Like, Karma here would be so good for top. But I think this one was... It was alright. Nothing... I'm not like, oh yeah, that was good, or oh yeah, that was bad. I would probably rate this one as mid, which is a 4. Yeah, it's fine. The reason I don't think it's good is because of this Aphelios. Like, first off, there's nothing amazing. I think the best pick they did was probably the R5 Braum. That's really solid. The rest are just alright. I mean, picking up Trist, it's kind of criminal that it gets through to R3, but at least they did pick it. And then the Aphelios is really bad, and then the Braum kind of salvages it because top esports blunder on 4-5. Who ends up winning the game? Top end up winning the game. What did they do? Did they just smash them in lanes? I can see that happening with this draft. Can definitely see that happening. Where'd my... What'll be the alternative for Aphelios? I think you want to flex between range and engage. I think Varus would have been really good if it was still available, but it's banned out. There's also Ashe. There is... Let's have a look at bot lane champs. We can also play... Like, another thing we can do is we can put Trist bot and we can pick... Maybe not Vex, but we want to pick Engage. We could play, like, Alia mid, maybe? I think we want Trist mid to lane into the Jace. I think that's something that you actively want. Definitely not Malphite mid, that's not the way. I'm wondering whether they could do like Yone mid with Lilia. It's really strong. Oh wait. Oh, you know what would be what would actually be really good? Misfortune. Because they have the Lilia Misfortune combo, and it's between range and engage. I think Misfortune might be the best pick for them. How many teams are there in here? In where? Like, for all the teams? There's gonna be 16? But for the LPL qualifiers, there's 3 teams. There's Weibo, Top Esports, and EDG. But we're just doing Weibo. But like, for the ones that I'm reviewing 16 teams. I'm reviewing... I'll write them down here. There's going to be Gen G, there's going to be T1, there's going to be KT, there's going to be Dam1, there's going to be G2, Fnatic, Mad, BDS, there's going to be C9, actually it's going to be NRG because they won, C9, C9, who else is, there's TL and GG, and then from LPL it's going to be, like these, the NIP and TES, they played, but they're not going to Worlds. So, like, potential, like, JDG and BLG are the team. I'm never gonna be reviewing TES or NIP. But their names will show up. They're just not getting reviewed. Okay, I'll explain, right? This team, EDG, didn't make it to Worlds, so I'm not reviewing them because I'm reviewing all of the teams that are at Worlds. But to get to Worlds for Weibo, they had to play against EDG. So EDG will be in my video just as an opponent for Weibo while I'm reviewing Weibo. But I won't actually be reviewing EDG. Click on the white things? Okay. Oh! Oh, that's why. I get it. And it takes them from here. Ah, that makes sense. Okay. Okay, let's go game 2. JDG and BLG. They're not in regional finals because JDG qualified by winning LPL, and BLG qualified on points. So they're not in, but like, I just put them there because I wasn't sure whether you wanted all the teams that will show up. So like JDG will show up, BLG will show up, EDG will also show up, but I'm not reviewing them. Okay, so yeah, these teams will definitely all show up. I don't actually know who else. Like, I know DRX will, because Damwon played them. Hanwha will also show up. Yeah. Right. Game 2. Let's check the bans. So Kai'Sa is still red banned. This time Ivern is red banned. LeBlanc is blue banned. Weibo are on blue this time. Maokai and Cassante are blue banned, which means Trist is open again. Trist is once again open, which she shouldn't be. But maybe because she lost the last game, they sort of use results-based analysis to determine that Trist isn't good, when Trist is very clearly good. So if we check blue bands, we get the static LB. Well, one, they hate playing versus it, and then two, it's rookie, probably best LeBlanc in China. So I think this ban is honestly better against top esports than it is against anyone else, because rookie's LeBlanc is disgusting. Maokai ban and Cassante ban. These are heavy disengage bans. Probably looking to draft engage. At least that's what it signals. Problem is that Poppy is still open and is a much better ban to cover engage picks than Maokai or Cassante. Is Static LeBlanc even that good? No. It's not as good as they thought it was. But I mean, Rookie is a bit of a monster on LeBlanc, so I can understand why they're banning it. And they have the liberty to like target ban on blue side much more than they do on red. Then we get into B1. I hope they don't pick Rel. Okay, they do pick Rel. So Rel, this is a two-way flex. It's like 75% engage, maybe more, maybe like 80% engage, 20% disengage. So draft is already very inflexible. Also easy to answer because we left Poppy open. Braum, Alistar also open. I mean, I think Braum is just the premier one. Braum also open. Drafting early hard engage with all premier disengage tools available. So I really don't like this B1. It's really not flexible. You're showing that you want to draft into hard engage, and a lot of the time what happens is that pure disengage gets picked, and then you have to pivot out of engage because you don't want to hard engage into pure disengage, and then your Rel just feels like she's left on an island, like she can't contribute to what the team want to do. And then look, Xayah gets picked straight away. Like all the premier disengage tools, I think this Sedge could just be Poppy. You could just go Xayah. I do think it's probably too early to be picking Xayah though. So now on B2, B3, we want to punish the Xayah pick and take higher range carry in bot lane. So we have a couple of options here. We can pick jungle, which pushes Rel into support. So we probably don't want to do that because it breaks our flex. So we want, since we don't want jungle, or it breaks our flex, we should pick a solo laner that can flex top mid. Azir looks pretty solid. There's Trist open still. Cassante banned. We could go Jace as well. Range into Xayah there too. I think I would go for something like that. Maybe you can go Kate Lux. I don't think Kate Lux is good enough on this patch to pick. It's before the Lux buffs and before both set of Kate buffs. Let's see what we actually get. Okay, Zeri. I mean, so far this is really good. Azir as well. Yeah, I mean, that's been talked about. So we picked a flexible solo laner. And let's see if we do grab the Zeri. Okay, I really like this. So we've taken exactly what I said. We took a high range carry in bot lane, and we took a flexible solo laner. Azir can flex into top, but they're not going to do it. But at least thematically, he's very flexible. And now, instead of being mainly engage, we now have a nice flexible path we can take. On B4, B5, we can hard commit to any of the three themes, whichever counters what red show. So I think their B1 was really bad, but their B2, B3 was actually good. I like this. Because the only weakness of your Azir is hard range, but it's really hard to do that when you already have Xayah. So I think top esports are very behind now. Let's see how they answer. They go with Jace, okay. Okay, so into second round bans. Big weakness for TES. If we ban AP tops, what do they do? If we ban AP tops and pick tank top, what do they do? So if we ban Gwen, Rumble, what else is there? There's Kennen. But Kennen's going to struggle in this draft anyway, I think. So probably Gwen, Rumble. Am I missing any AP tops that are actually picked? Because TES are going to struggle so hard. If we can get thematic advantage and make them all AD, they are screwed. Let's see what we ban. Rakan. Makes no sense to ban this. I mean, they're literally just banning it because Xayah Rakan. And Jax. I mean, Jax is like some magic damage. At least Jax is some magic damage. But I don't like these bans. Let's see what top pick up on 4. They're going Nautilus. Okay, so they're showing like a ton of engage. They're like engage. I don't know. Their comp's all over the place. I think all we have to do is just play around Zeri Azir. Xayah can't get in range. If we pick a disengaged tank in top lane, and honestly, we could go like Karthus jungle. We could go Lilia jungle again. We could go Viego jungle. If I don't think Viego's great though. We could also go Poppy as well. Or we could pick Karma support or Lulu support. Yeah, maybe I would go Lulu. No, Zeri Lulu into Naught's kinda rough. Okay, we take the Rumble. I don't like this. Well, I guess like R4 or B4, B5. The Rumble pick does deny it from them. But if we picked a tank into full AD, where their ADC can't hit our carries, we just win. And then we go Leona. Okay, Braum is banned. So next in line would probably be Alistar. Leona wants to engage, but we want to peel. Leona can peel, but not as well as other bits. We want a disengage support here. So I think their B1 was really good. Really bad, sorry. Their B2, B3 were really good, and then their B4, B5, they didn't punish what Weibo showed. And then Weibo, look, they go with the Kennen, but we could have just banned the Kennen. We could have banned Kennen. Honestly, I don't think we even need to ban Gwen. We could have banned Kennen Rumble. And then we could even pick Jax if you want. And then if they pick Gwen, you have Jax into Gwen. But they need to pick AP here. So, I don't know. We've kind of... Now, weirdly enough, we've ended up in a position where I said that Rel might end up stranded. But we've ended up in a position where actually Zeri is stranded. Because Rel's going to dive in. Azir's going to shuffle in. Rumble's going to drop the equalizer. Leona's going to go in and ult. And then Zeri's like... Alright guys, I'm back here on my own. Because Zeri can't jump into... Also, you don't want to jump into Xayah, Kennen, Nautilus. Like, they want you to go into them. The only one who doesn't is Jace. So I think they really fucked up on B4, B5. B4, B5 don't make much sense. But... at least if they play the fight slow, they can still play with their range advantage. They do have range advantage against the Xayah. It's just awkward because, like, at least, like, Leona can do what Braum would do and peel. It's just not what she wants to do. But, and a lot of the time when people are playing Leona in a draft like this, they'll get baited into wanting to play the Leona the way that Leona is normally played, and they'll start going into the Xayah and just dying. How would I rate this draft? I think their B1 was bad. I think their B4, B5 were bad. I think their second round bans were bad. I think these bans were okay. And then their B2, B3 I think was good. So is this like a... is this another mid draft? Or is this a poor draft? Probably give it another mid. I don't know. They do end up winning. I would imagine they end up winning on the back of Zeri and Azir. Yeah. Yeah, I think the Xayah is still very difficult. The only way the Xayah can... actually, Xayah can't respond to Rumble, can she? Can't respond to Rumble. Maybe the Rumble's not as bad as I thought. Yeah. There's definitely better options still. And the Rel is rough. We'll go 4 again. We'll go 4 again. That draft was okay. But definitely not good. I was debating putting it at poor. Right, I'm going to take a short break and then I'll be back. Hello, I'm back. So, we're getting into game 3. Let me get my notes going. So far, we've had a very weird couple of drafts, I think. I think there's been elements that are good and elements that are bad. And that's why both have ended up as mid. And it's been a different element every time. So, like, they were really good at closing out the draft in game 1. They understood the best thing to pick. But they were really bad at closing out the draft in game 2. But then they started stronger in game 1, but then their B1 was really bad. But then, like, their B2, B3 were good. So, it's very weird. Very strange. Now they're on red side. The LeBlanc is red banned. The Maokai also. Azir, this time blue ban. So there's no Azir. Ivan, blue ban. No Kai'Sa or Trist bans. Cassante is red ban. So I think already we're in a position where there's no Kai'Sa or Trist ban. Now, I think this is much, much worse if one of them is open. The fact that both are open lets you trade. Do they know which one Top Esports want? I think they're very, very similar in power and draft on this patch. Again, like, before we move on, we've got all 3 of the bans are fine, I think. But yeah. Yeah, all 3 of the bans are fine. It's just weird that Kai'Sa and Trist are left open. There's no way. Okay. So R1, R2, here. Like, you just pick Kai'Sa Trist. They're both open for some reason. Yeah, I don't know. Please tell me that they okay. They're picking Xayah because of Rel, and they're picking right. Okay. Xayah Poppy thematically counter Rel, but we're now 100% disengaged. Blue can now draft range for the rest of the draft and win. Oh wait, they go Renekton. Okay, they go Renekton. So, I mean, Xayah thematically counters Rel. Blind top just to secure Renekton isn't worth it. And then Trist and Kai'Sa are open. And now they take Kai'Sa. They take Jace. Okay, so the problem we have now, big problem, we struggle to pick Trist. Unless we have, like, Karthus or Lilia. Because we're too heavy into physical damage. Also, this line gives blue side Kai'Sa Trist, but they take Kai'Sa Jace. Alistar, Rakan. Okay, Rakan at least keeps things. Oh no, R3. Rakan adds some flexibility back into the draft. We now have 2 champs can engage, and 2 that like being engaged. on, we can't play range. So we have two options. The problem with this is that blue can very easily pivot between disengage and range. Mainly range. And we don't have too many answers for this. Also, every champ we've picked so far doesn't flex their role. So it's going to be really easy for blue to get vacuum answers. They get free top counter pick. They will be able to answer, like they got ADC matchup, or they chose ADC matchup. We probably pick jungle on 4, and then they. Well, no, maybe we pick mid on 4 because we see Jace, but Jace can go top. So they have the potential to put Jace top and then also answer mid. So by not flexing anything, we're making our individual matchups weaker. Second round of bans. So we are really weak to range. The problem is they already had it, so we can't ban it out. We can potentially ban disengage tools and draft more engage and try to blow up their carries. I think this might be the best line. We could maybe look for like a Gragas Yasuo or a Diana Yasuo or something like this. The Weibo draft scores so far this. They got 4 in game 1 and game 2. So for bans, we should probably get rid of disengage tools. The Naught ban. I don't like the Naught ban. I think like Alistar into Rakan would be a decent ban. There's Poppy. There's Kindred. Is range plus disengage. I think that would be really bad for us. I think Kindred would be a great ban. Jax. I don't know why they're banning Jax. Top would never want to pick Jax. Okay, they're going Sedge. So we are at least drafting more engage here. The problem is there's a lot of disengage tools open. So I think that, okay, so we get R4, we go Sejuani. We're trying to draft engage so that we can actually kill their high range carries. Problem is there's too many disengage tools available. How do we play versus Poppy top and Kindred jungle? Oh wait, yeah. Or Poppy top and Braum sub. Or even Alistar. This, to be fair, is more of a ban issue than a pick issue. Sedge at least lets us get some fights going. we're probably so far behind in draft that we should pick a mid. We try to make picks on 5 and play for snowball, because a standard game should always be lost at this point. Are they going Ornn instead of... They went Ornn and Poppy. Okay. So they've got the Poppy. This is what I talked about. It makes life really difficult for Weibo. The Poppy's actually going jungle. Poppy Sports also has no cleanup for the poke. They don't really need it. Rel is a bit useless, yeah, but her job is just to sit on her carries and protect them. But they're just gonna poke them until they're dead. And if they went like... They could even go... They could take Poppy... Like I said, if they go Poppy top, they could potentially go Viego jungle if they wanted, or they could take Karthus, I think is a pretty solid Karthus game. They could take Lilia again. Like, Lilia would be really good here. Top esports as well. And then on R5, it looks like they're going Ahri. Are they? Yeah, they go Ahri. Okay, so Ahri, I think this is the first pick I actually like. It's not good in a traditional sense, but they're so far behind that the only way they can win is by making picks and snowballing. And that's what Ahri is good at. So I actually like the R5. Pivot pick comp, exactly. They pivot pick comp and they lose. But, you know, it gave them kind of a way out. I think they got absolutely fisted in this draft. I'm going to give it... Is it... The Ahri... I'm going to make it a 2 instead of a 1 because of the Ahri and the Sedge, I think, as well. They kind of realized that they need ways to just try and kill people to back themselves out of the corner they've put them in. But they really made that draft so difficult for themselves for absolutely no reason. Yeah, that draft was not it. That draft was really not it. Wasn't Nock good here instead of Sedge? Yeah, actually. If they're going hard for pick, they could go Nock. Sure, that works. But I mean, at least with the Sedge, they've got like Sejuani Renekton, so they can play hard through topside, and then move the Ahri top and try and snowball through that. The problem is, whatever you pick, it's losing. It's just like, you need to pick some pick tools to try and flip it. Now we're back on blue side. Kai'Sa is open. LeBlanc is a blue ban. Trist is again open. The Trist prior in this series is really low for some reason. Blue. Azir red. Rel red. Sante blue. And Ivern is open. Is this the first time Ivern is open? This is the first time Ivern is open. Okay, so first off, blue bans. Same as before. Target ban on LeBlanc, and then Cassante, Maokai, signal they want to draft engage. B1. Kai'Sa, Trist, Ivern, all open. I think, okay, so going back to the bans, I think once we see that red didn't ban Kai'Sa or Trist or Ivern, we have to ban one of them. And the reason for that is that we pick one here, they pick two. And I think whichever way we go, it's losing. So what should happen now is this should be Ivern Tristana. They pick neither of them? Okay, I mean, we can literally just, on B2, B3, we can just win with Ivern Trist. Champs, we just get Exodia draft on 13-13. Trist, okay, we've got Kaita and Trist. Yeah, I mean, they like, yeah, I mean, I mean, what did I say? Like, I don't know. They literally have Exodia. I think draft is already over. Honestly, like, how on 13-13 is your B1, B2, B3 Kaisa, Tristana, Ivern? I think those are, like, if you said to me, what should red side bans be on 13-13, I would say Kaisa, Tristana, Ivern. I think these are the three best champions. They can all play pretty much any theme. The Kaisa and the Trist can still flex their roles. It's going to be so difficult for red side to play now. And then they go Xayah, and now we're just playing range. We're just playing range. Do you think Fiddle mid is viable? I think it's viable, yeah. I think there's definitely ways it can be played. I don't think it's great, though. But if you can play it sometimes, then it improves the power of Fiddlesticks in draft, because having that extra flex can help. Right, second round bans. I feel like this game is not going to take very long to review because they just blasted draft already. I mean, what are you worried about here? I think the only thing we are weak to is snap engage. So I'm talking Malphite. I'm talking Fiddlesticks. I'm talking like Gragas Yasuo, these sort of things. The things where you are just, bam, engaged on, like out of nowhere. I think that's the only thing. Other than that, TES are probably going to do what Weibo did last game and flip it on a pick comp. So we could ban pick pools. Jax, I really don't think we have a problem with Jax, but Ahri, okay. So the Ahri ban, I think the Ahri ban makes sense. It's literally what Weibo did last game in this position. Jax, I guess we have two auto-attacking carries. It's okay. B4, B5. They pick Jace. That doesn't help them with pick, so I think we just draft things that can protect our Kaisa Trist. We could pick up... They're playing Xayah Rakan bot. We can just play a disengaged support. We can just play like a tank top. I don't think you can go wrong, really. We'll see if they do anything that I go like, ooh, wow, that's good. But Leona is a vacuum answer into Khan. Makes it less likely that bot randomly gets blasted. This is okay. And then Ornn, decent blind top. I think Gragas is probably safer, but Ornn scales better, and yeah. Poppy is amazing here. Poppy's pretty good too, yeah. Could also go Poppy. Poopy. The thing is, I think by this point, you've already won. So, like, Poppy on red does absolutely nothing here. Like, what are you doing? Yeah, I think the draft is completely doomed for top esports. I would imagine they got crushed this game. Let's see. Yeah, 10-0. They're 10,000 gold up at 20 minutes. Like, it's just illegal that they got okay. I'm gonna give it a good draft. It's good that they picked up the Kai'Sa, the Tristan, the Ivern. This is good. Their bans across the board were pretty solid. They didn't fuck up anywhere on B4, B5. But they didn't do anything exceptional. It's more that Red just gave them the best champs on the patch, and at least, you know, to be fair to them, they were able to pick up on the fact that Red had given them all these champs. And they did pick them. So that is good. But it's not like they didn't create an advantage, they just capitalized on Red fucking up. But I mean, all in all, it's a good draft. Like, you can't take anything away from their draft here. I think it's one of those cases where it's like, Jesus Christ, this draft, and then you look at the game and you're like, well, yeah, of course. Right, we're going to have another short break now, and then we'll get into the final game. I'm going to eat some food. See what we can do while I eat. I mean, I'll still be here. If there's any questions you have. You got a question? Can you look at the stuff I just added and see if... Yeah, of course. The win rate 3 tab. Okay. I would imagine it's going to be the case that the teams that seeded higher are going to have the higher win rate. But I guess that might not be true for like Weibo because they didn't play against the higher seeded teams. They played in the gauntlet. So it's still interesting. Okay, so this 0 is like how many games they won, and this one is how many games they played. So Cacophonous, I think Tristana hasn't changed. Ivern has barely changed. Kai'Sa is definitely worse, but I think she's still okay. I think you can go Talia now as well. 13-18. Let's think. Hmm. If you're a team that plays Cassante mid, I think Cassante is still good. Maokai is still okay. Provided you ban Silas on blue. I think you should always ban Silas on blue if you're B1ing Maokai. Am I missing anything? I think Tryndamere is really OP, but not on B1. Hmm. This is broken. This is absolutely broken. I'm just gonna go and grab a drink. And yeah, Tryndamere does struggle with Nasus. Ah. New build for who? Senna or Tryndamere? Yeah, I think IE Senna is really good. IE Senna does a ton of damage. I think it might be the case that Rageblade does more damage against very tanky teams. I mean, the tankier the enemy team gets, the better Rageblade gets. But they have to be very tanky to justify it. But I can see like a 4-item build of Kraken, Bulk, IE, and Lord Noms being really good against tanks as well. It might just be the best build overall. Yes, Worlds will be on 13-19. As far as I know, we have absolutely no idea what's happening in the 13-19 patch. Mm. Or do we? Less magic resist on Renekton. 5 move speed from Zeri. Oh, this is nice. They're making it harder to dodge Twitch auto attacks. This is a nice change. Syndra E going down. I mean, Syndra is playable already. 1 second off E, I don't think that's going to change anything. I think that's a little bit of a placebo buff. But, I mean, she'll take it. You will take it. Lee Sin, base armor up. I mean, nice. Wait, 5 to 27 to 10 to 26? Ah, Lee Sin's gonna be played again. With the Gore Drinker buffs, the Shojin buffs, and now they're doubling his W value. Early. Looks like Lee Sin's back on the menu. They're buffing Seeker's Arm Guard and Randuin's Omen. The thing is, Seeker's Arm Guard is so bad that 5 extra armor still doesn't make it good. And Randuin's is probably going to be pretty good at 2700 gold. Randuin's is going to be good. I don't really see how or why Ghostblade Senna would be good, like compared to IE. In competitive, at least. In solo queue, I guess you can make good use of the move speed. Makes you like harder to kill, but a lot of the time in pro play, no one should be able to kill you anyway. I don't know how to farm souls fast to test Senna damage. Is there a good way to do that? I guess I just buy full items with a hurricane and I keep spawning jungle camps. Oh wait, no, I stacked 4 training dummies. What channels do I follow to improve my understanding of LoL? Well, I'd say number 1, watch a lot of pro play. And then for individuals, I think Whippo is very good. I think LS is very good. I think LS is not like some people don't get along with his style of explaining things, which is understandable. I think outside of like not just game understanding, I think the most impressive creator for me is I Will Dominate. He has a really good level of understanding of like the game. Obviously, he's an ex-pro. He watches all the pro play. But what I find so impressive about Dom is that he's so good at understanding the way other players see the game. He's very, very good at understanding, like, this player views the game this way, so they want to pick these champions, and this player views the game this way and likes these champions, and he knows all the players from around the world, understands their strengths and weaknesses, and, like, who they are as a player. Yeah, I think Dom's really, really good at that.
No one fights
I Will
alone
Dominate.
in the mist.
I mean, that doesn't really make a difference for testing my damage. I think Overgrowth is arguably better, though.
I'm not running from them anymore. They're running from me.
If I do this, and I just spam, like, if I line them up...
Come with me.
I'll buy items, actually. That'll
One for each
help.
barrel.
If I do this, and, like... This, and then this. I should be able to farm the ever-living shit out of my souls. I mean, there's a cooldown, but... Oh, my mana. Now I can just sit here with my finger on the Q key and just farm souls. I can just eat food, farm souls, and then test damage. I'll just get 100 of them, just to see.
I fire my words like gunlight. Line up a shot while the whole world screams.
I'll stop now. I can't be bothered to go any further. Right. What do you build, including boots, when you do Ghostblade?
I'm a long way from the island, but I swear there's still salt in my hair. Might just be dirt from the grave.
Okay. I'm gonna make a really tanky dummy. And then a fairly squishy dummy. Umbral. Ghostblade.
I'll get us through this.
RFC, okay. And LDR. Oh wait, I have no cooldowns. That's
The past
kind of
is a
cheating.
wave. Keeps returning.
I'm doing like 600 DPS to the squishy. How much do I do to the tank?
I feel every shot.
Like 400? Okay. So it's like 600 to the squishy and 400 to the tank. But I genuinely think if you just build like this, and obviously this is going to be better in pro play when you have a coordinated team, but like, you'll just destroy everything.
Screams of the wraiths are so loud, you can't hear your own.
Look at this damage!
The gun's not heavy.
It just hits so hard.
I've been carrying. Got a whole lot of ugly in my sights.
No utility and no healing? For support, I don't think you should be picking Senna. I think this champion is broken as a ADC.
I don't carry this to compromise.
If you're playing Senna, not ADC, I think you're doing it wrong.
Aim. With her infinitely stacking attack range and damage, she always reaches a point at which she eventually becomes unstoppable. But when it comes to her strategy and item builds, many people disagree. Should you play Senna as a tanky champion with Grasp of the Undying? Should you go full
No.
damage? Well, the
No.
challenger Senna one-trick Takir has an answer for us. He plays Senna very aggressively with a lethality build, but unlike most people, he does not buy Eclipse. Instead, he always gets the almost Ghostblade, and here's why.
So why do people?
Yeah, I mean, I think
pick
Ghostblade
Eclipse?
makes more
Mostly
sense than
because
Eclipse,
of the
but I think
armor
IE makes more
penetration.
sense than both of them.
So I did a math
But,
to
like,
actually
in
compare
solo
the
queue,
two
I can...
items. So in a regular
Lethality
game-
builds on everything are going to be better in solo queue than they are in pro play. Like, Senna in pro play, I think lethality is going to be a lot worse.
If you compare the lethality and the armor penetration from Eclipse, you will always deal more damage with Yomo.
But damage is not even the only factor here. In this video, we will first fully explore Takir's rune and item choices, but then also analyze exactly how
Yeah,
he
also
plays
he's
the
playing
champion.
support here.
The full rune page is Fleet Footwork, Presence of Mind, Legend Alacrity, and Cutdown, with Bone Plating and Revitalize secondary. And always this rune page. Fleet Footwork is just Senna's best keystone by far. You have tons of healing that scales with bonus AD.
This is 2
and
weeks
all
ago,
AD
so this should
from your
be
souls
this
isn't
patch.
base AD, but in fact bonus AD, making this keystone better on Senna than on any other champion, with the exception of maybe
In
Jhin.
pro play, I just
But
wouldn't
the
pick
biggest
Senna
selling
support.
point of this rune is the movement speed. As mentioned, some people go for Grasp of the Undying or even First Strike, but Fleet's movement speed is just way too important on a squishy champion like Senna.
There is no other rune for if you don't play Fleet on Senna, you're gonna be really weak. And for the people who go Grasp and First Strike, well, I mean Grasp is just not playable in bot lane because you have to push way too much to make Grasp.
Also, in terms of runes, I think it's lethal tempo. But that's also like, I'm looking at it through the lens of pro play, where Senna's job is to be the highest range AD in the game and just hit people, and you pick her against low engaged drafts, and she just carries the entire game. But in solo queue, you're not going to get the same controlled 5v5 fights that you're going to get in pro play. Oh my god, I'm so full. For example, let me show you let's say we take this line, right? That Weibo took. Now they've got this. And if you go Senna Cho, and then like they've got a Zaya Poppy draft, right? You're not threatened as Senna, so you can just go lethal tempo, Kraken IE, and just blast them from like they can't even remotely get near you. And then if they do try to draft engage, let's say they go like Nautilus here, right? And then they try and pick up like I don't know. I'm gonna start the draft reviews again. I'm just gonna let my food settle because I just ate a shit ton of food. But yeah, if they draft some more engage, like why am I blanking on engage champions? I mean, it needs to be playable with this as well. I guess they could go Jarvan. Then you can just put the Cho'Gath into top lane and play Tahm Kench. Or if they go like in this draft actually against Poppy, Jarvan, Nautilus, I would just take Illaoi and play Senna Illaoi, and it would just win. I mean, I think that's the best thing about Senna. She's an AD carry that can easily get 800 range, but it's not like tied to an ultimate. She just has 800 range, which is really OP. And the hard thing about picking Illaoi here, if we go like mid, I mean we can go Swain as well, is that like now their lane assignments are so fucked. Like you don't know where, you don't want to play Poppy into Illaoi, but you also don't want to play Jarvan into it either. So. Yeah, I like this triple flex a lot. I feel like Senna enables so many flexes because the things that like being paired with Senna, Cho'Gath, Illaoi, Tahm Kench, like they can. I don't think Tahm Kench top is good, but Urgot as well. You can do Senna, you can do this. I think it might be close. It's gonna depend how far into the game you are. Because the thing with Overgrowth is that it the only way you can die on Senna is if you get bursted. Because they're either hitting you or they're not. So the one that stops you getting bursted is normally going to be better. If you're good, you don't get bursted. I don't know. I think sometimes you can just get bursted. To be clear, they would never get J4 here. Because if I'm picking Senna, I'm banning Jarvan. Like, that's so... They're not having Jarvan if I'm picking Senna. It's not... But, like, I just wanted to show that you can swap the Cho'Gath for, like, a Tahm Kench or an Illaoi. Okay. I'll take 5 more minutes and then I'll do the last game. And then maybe we'll do draft 1v1s or something? I don't know. I don't know what we'll do after that. Oh. So full. Okay, let's get this final game done. What we got? Game 5, we've got Weibo on red side. We talk about, let's go through these first. So Kaita is red banned this time. They figured out what happened last time. Red here, Sante's open, and they decided that Ivan's not getting through again, so this is gone. And then Rel blue ban. So Trist is open. So in terms of red bans, once again they leave Trist open, which is obviously really bad. Surely Pop Esports don't pick Azir and they pick Tristana. LB, Kai'Sa bans are fine. Mao isn't necessary because Blue didn't ban Silas, so you have an answer or a response. Not a direct answer because it's not going into the jungle. Silas shouldn't be going into the jungle. That would be Bit of a disgrace. Okay, they go Azir, so, I mean, R1, R2, they're giving you Tristana again for zero reason. Trist plus jungle looks good. Can Trist Lilia. I think Lilia is really good, by the way. I don't know why people don't like it. I really don't know why people don't like that champ. It's just good. And also Trist Sante. See what they do. They go Trist. Cool. I mean, so far they're doing well. Yeah, Trist jungle. Trist Sedge. Trist Sedge is okay. I have no problems with this. Their R1, R2 looks good. It's very, very flexible. Okay. So, very flexible and forces blue to try to remain flexible so that we can't answer on R3, R4. They go for Xayah. Okay, so they've gone for Xayah. If we go into our R3, they're trying to play full kite back. Low range, both carries susceptible to being outranged. Sante wants to disengage. We can slam Ziggs, Ezreal, etc. Basically, we should play for range. What do we go? Zeri, okay, yeah, I mean, Zeri is fine. It's range. We need some magic damage somewhere. Where do we get it from? Karma? Zyra? What do we want to ban? We want to remove Snap Engage from the pool. Our win condition is our carries hard outranging theirs. We don't want to let them get on top of us. Also, we're very heavy physical, so tank engage is good for blue. Luckily, they can't go Malf because Azir Xante already locked. Maybe Rel, Fiddle. What other snap engages are there? Jarvan. But we can escape on both carries, so not so bad. Yeah, basically we want to get rid of Snap Engage. We could get rid of, like, Nautilus as well. Naut, Vi. Yeah, okay, Nautilus ban. And Poppy, I mean, Poppy doesn't really make much sense. Poppy kind of, the Poppy ban, Poppy walks, oops. Poppy walks into our win condition. Would be really bad for blue. Not ban is good though. I think so. Okay, I have some spice here. The only way blue can win is if they dive into us. This opens up some really nice options in top lane. And since we lack magic damage, Gwen. Kennen is okay as a secondary. I really think we should be going Gwen here on R4. Okay, I mean, this is really, really silly. So, we blind support when the enemy top is already shown. Why save top counter for R5 when we can top counter on R4 and then also support counter on R5? It is a funny looking Gwen, isn't it? Melio doesn't help them. It's more disengage, but they can't get in. Also, Skarner, yeah, Jarvan, like this is something that I said we could ban, but both carries can get out of the Jarvan ult, so that doesn't matter. Skarner, we simply don't care about Skarner. And now, like, it's another melee for Gwen. R5. All I can say on R5 is Gwen. Pick it. They did it! Yes! Woo! They did it! Okay, I think this is their best draft, honestly. Apart from the only thing I don't like about the entire draft is this Poppy ban, leaving Tristana open, and then the Rakan pick on R4. Everything else I think is really good. So I think this is their best draft. In terms of process. Like, obviously the Game 4 draft was their hardest draft win, but the process wasn't as good. I think this is, from a process perspective, I think this is the best. I'm actually really happy with this draft, and I'm going to give it a 6. Literally just the order of moving the Rakan to 5th pick and picking the Gwen on 4, I think would be better, but, like, yeah, I think they did really well. So, pat yourself on the back for that, Weibo. And obviously they end up winning this game, and they end up making it to the next series. And Gwen, just looking at the scoreboard, Gwen looks massive, Trist looks massive, Zeri's scaling, and the carries, like, they can't be touched. Yeah, this is such a good draft. Well played by Weibo there. I like that. So, Weibo Gaming versus LNG average. And then we'll do a Weibo Gaming versus TES average. Let's see how they compared. 4.2 overall. That's their best series so far. Even though their Game 3 draft was fucking atrocious, a 4.2 overall is better than they did in the past 2 series. So, I think particularly their Game 4 and Game 5 drafts were actually very, very solid. Nice. Cool series. And I have 11 viewers right now. That's pretty good for me at the moment. Like, I normally don't get this many outside of Worlds. Like, when Worlds is happening, people start joining. What's my opinion on Briar? I think she's probably undertuned, but necessarily. Because if she's balanced, she's a nightmare. I think she'll never be played in pro play because she has to be kept too weak in solo queue to ever be viable in pro play. And I think she's really boring. Like, I wouldn't like playing her. Like, I don't like that 2 spells remove my ability to control my own character. That's really boring to me. But yeah, I don't think she'll ever be played in pro play because she's too... She's like Garen, you know? She's like a stat jag, but without the hard countering Cassante dynamic. I think she leans more into pick, yeah. I mean, she could engage with her ult. She's definitely engage. Like, if she goes in, she can't get out. But, like, yeah, I don't know. I think you're really gonna need champs that can, like, hard follow up on her. Like Galio, Jen, you know, like, it's gonna be really hard to follow up on that engage. When I think of Braum, I think Braum is the best disengage support in the game, but he's really weak to being outranged, and if people started playing Karma support, Zyra support, they could just blast him in lane. But everyone supports do this really weird thing where they decide that all of the enchanters are meta, or all of the engage supports are meta, and they never realize that, like, maybe some of each are good. It's like all of one has to be meta or all of the other one. And because people have decided that all of the engage supports are meta at the moment, playing Braum ends up going really well, because Braum against engage supports is incredible. He's the best disengage support in the game. But if people started playing enchanters, Karma, Zyra, Brand, you know, and yeah, like Senna lanes, Braum can get destroyed. So yeah, Braum is very, very... He has very, very defined strengths and weaknesses, and his strengths are very, very strong, but his weaknesses also very, very weak. Yeah, I agree. In terms of, I don't think blind Braum is good, but for example, in the game we just reviewed, I think it was Weibo versus TES game 1. I can show you a really good Braum. This Braum is really good. Picked it on R5 into Draven, Nautilus, Maokai, Kasante. Yeah, solid. Yeah, he kind of does. Except Jace, I guess. I keep forgetting. So, I edit these reviews into videos, right? And so I'm gonna release a video for this series that we just reviewed. But every time I always stream, but I forget to also record. And then YouTube, for some reason, doesn't let me download my own streams in any quality above 720p. So I then have to, like, illegally pirate download my own... Not illegally, but, like, I have to use one of those weird YouTube downloaders to download my own video. Like, I feel like I'm stealing from myself. But it's just because YouTube don't let me download my own stream in 1080p, which is very strange. Oh. Okay, I guess I don't really know what to do now, so I'll probably just end stream and go play some games. Thanks for watching, everyone. Enjoy being in the video. I'll see you later. Bye.